What's going on? This is But I'm Not Wasted. I am your host, Zach Wolf. This is the podcast for lovers and makers of music. Let's go. What's up, buddy?
Can you be the one to make me see that you're the one? 'Cause we're letting love, losing air inside our lungs, wishing we're you. That's not how this cookie crumbles. We're sipping through every time we say I love you.
That's Can You Be the One? All right, what's going on, guys? This is But I'm Not Wasted, episode 2. Crowd noise. So I decided for all these episodes moving forward, obviously I'm a songwriter, I'm an artist, and so I want to do just a little chorus or snippet or whatever of whatever song I was working on. And so, yeah, that's a song I'm working on. Just finished writing called Can You Be the One? Me and my co-writer, Corey Schneider, we're doing a bunch of writing together. Finished that a few weeks ago. It's part of an EP that I'm writing for currently right now for my next personal project for my music. So yeah, really excited about that. Hopefully you can hear my voice okay. I had it up a little bit hotter for the vocals, and now I'm not singing, so it's probably a little quieter, but I'll adjust that. You won't even notice it. Anyway, so yeah, for today's episode, I just wanted to talk about, so there's going to be a couple main themes of this podcast. One of them is how to stay healthy in pursuing something in the music industry, probably entertainment industry at large, because I'm involved in some different things, but mostly just how to stay healthy in the music industry specifically. So I'll go into a little bit of parts of my story today, kind of areas I wasn't healthy previously, and then how I kind of stepped back, slowed down, refocused my life, and then now, like how I'm kind of doing things moving forward. I'm going to start with last time I was in Southern California. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Zach Wolf. I'm a recording artist, songwriter, producer. I live in Southern California. I'm originally from Portland, Oregon. And I've lived in Southern California 2 other times. I went to college in LA, and then I lived in LA for about 7 months 4 years ago for a deal that I had signed in LA for my music. And last time I was in LA, just to be totally transparent, I was super unhealthy. I had really bad anxiety. I had really bad just emotions and mental health in general. I had really bad habits on a personal level, a spiritual level. I was making a lot of really decisions that I could consider pretty dumb at this stage of my life. I was just doing dumb shit in general, just kind of being a dumbass and not healthy and just not taking care of myself, And there are many reasons for that, but specifically LA, the culture, the music industry culture in LA, it doesn't it's not conducive to a healthy lifestyle, right? It's people chasing their dreams. It's super, especially West LA. I lived near Santa Monica last time I lived there, and I just feel like you meet people, and this is not me this is me genuinely, my experience is you meet people and they just they're in it. What I'm trying to say is you meet people and they want to know who you are and who you're connected to and what you're doing. And I feel 9 times out of 10, when you don't tell people I'm connected to this big artist or I'm doing this big thing, they won't talk to you. Literally, I remember I did a social experiment where if I told people in the groups I was getting connected to, friend groups, if I was honest about why I was there, which was I had been signed, I was getting radio play for my music, national radio play, then they would be oh hell yeah, I'll be this dude's friend. But if I told people I was just there and I was just kind of working and doing my thing and hanging out and didn't mention any of the bigger things I was doing, they literally wouldn't be my friend. People wouldn't give me their number. They wouldn't want to be my homies. I'm talking about even just bros that I was trying to just get good friends just in general down there, not even chicks. I'm saying just chicks too, but even just friends, it's just weird. So anyways, with that, I would say the biggest thing that I think is important for you to know and for you to have as an individual if you're going to be in the entertainment industry is don't go in it alone. Now that's really tough because a lot of times to pursue the music industry, you're kind of having to say like, it basically to like the normal traditional careers, and like sometimes you'll get pushback from friends or from family because people will be like, oh, that's not smart, you need to just get a normal like job, which may be part of the process, but like you need to like kind of pursue the normal thing and not do the music industry thing or the entertainment industry thing. And sometimes you kind of have to be like, oh, I need to like find different friends that are going to support my dream and not try to push it down and not try to like tell me to ignore it. So sometimes in that process, there is a natural isolation that happens. I feel like anytime you pursue anything big, there's kind of a natural isolation, but I would say like fight that really, really hard. Like fight that like feeling to just be like, it's me against the world, because it's not, like there's a bunch of other artists, people like you, people that think like you, people that want what you want, and you don't need to do it alone. So that's the first thing I'd say is just don't do it alone. Like I moved to LA by myself. I knew like my one buddy, Chris, shout out Chris, he was like 2 hours away from me. That was like the closest, like, honestly, that at least at the top of my head, if there's someone else I'm forgetting, like once I got there, I made friends, but like when I just moved there initially, it was literally just my buddy, Chris, who was 2 hours away, and he was like my closest friend. And so like my closest friend in near LA, you know what I mean? And so I didn't have people that were like, in my life. And so, thankfully I got connected to like a really cool church, and I would definitely recommend that or something like that. As in like, maybe like a workout group or something. Church is really important though. I think that was definitely where I found community, and it definitely helped me. But yeah, just don't do it alone. Just don't go to LA and don't do the whole music thing without people. Like do it with community, do it with people. It's harder for sure than just like doing it alone. But once you're in it, it's way easier to have like a support system. So I'd say, yeah, just don't do it alone. Another thing that I would say is like, focus more. This is like my goodness, I'm slurring a lot. This is something I've learned the older I've gotten, but I would say like, and this is like a quote from a pastor that I listen to, and if that's not your thing, like Christianity, that's totally fine. Still listen to this podcast, but that is what I believe and who I am. So anyways, this pastor that I listen to, he always says, it's not about what you're doing, it's about who you're becoming. And he tells this story, his name's Chris Valentin, of this like 10-year journey he had of starting a business. And basically, at the end of the business, he kind of had this like moment where he felt like God kind of talked to him, and he was basically like, hey, like that business went nowhere. Like that business flopped at the end of 10 years. And he felt like what he got from that conversation with God was like, it's not about what you're building, it's about who you're becoming. And so, yeah, second thing is like, first thing is don't be alone. Second thing is focus on who you're becoming. Like who you're becoming as a person is so much more important than the dreams that you're chasing. The thing is like, as an artist, whether you're an artist listening to this or you're just someone that likes music, it's for both. But, and whatever your thing is that you're pursuing, like you have passion for the thing you're pursuing, right? Like if you're listening to a podcast like this, either you like music enough to listen to it, or you want to do music enough, or you're doing music enough to listen to it. So you have some type of passion you're already going towards. You don't really need me to help encourage your passion. If you're not doing anything about your passion, then get off your lazy ass and do something for sure. But most of the time, artists are, they're passionate, but they're so passionate about what they're doing that we lose sight of who we're becoming. And who we're becoming is way more important, because at the end of the day, even if you become the biggest artist in the world, you're going to be washed up one day and no one's going to care about you. So like who you've become and the relationships you built are far more important than the music that you made and the career that you had and the movies you're in and shit like that. So don't be alone. It's more about who you're becoming than what you're doing. And the third thing I would say is just like, this is like really, really, really hard to do, which is funny because it shouldn't be. But just to stay healthy in the music industry, like just take time to enjoy your life, like do practical fun things that you care about. Like, for me, it's like, I just like trying to get into surfing. I was going to say I surf, but I don't surf. I'm trying to get into surfing. Like I have a board and I like go out, but I'm really, really new to it. So yeah, just like make yourself do things that are fun. Cause like for me, I know like music is the only thing I ever want to do, to be honest. Like I'm like, I sleep it. I think about it all night. I think about I dream songs like literally all the time. I like, it's like the things I'm strategizing about, things I'm like thinking about, praying about, all that stuff. But I have to force myself personally to take times to pause and to actually do like fun things. Like that's way harder for me than doing just like the serious pursuit things all the time. So like just doing things with friends that are totally not connected to your craft, like where you're not talking about your songs, you're not talking about like auditions that you're going to as an actor, like you're just genuinely trying to be like present and have fun and just like going out with the homies or whatever you're doing to have fun, responsibly or whatever. But yeah, so that's what I would say. How to stay healthy while pursuing a career in the entertainment/music industry is don't go at it alone, have fun, and it's more about who you're becoming than what you're doing. And I flipped that order, but I think that's actually the most important thing is like, it's more about who you become at the end of the day than it is about what you do, because one day no one's going to give a shit about what you did, but you're going to know and you're going to care about what you became. And like your spouse, if you get married, is going to be more concerned with who you've become than like the things you did, right? So, and your kids and your family and just everyone around, even if you never have kids and have family, like just the people that you influence, just your relationships, your friends, like those people are going to be affected by who you became and not what you did, right? Like we all know those stories of those artists and those, people in the industry that are just assholes, but are really successful. But it's like, who cares? You're going to die one day. And that's like what you want to leave. And the impact you want to have is just being an asshole who made a lot of money. Like, I don't. So anyways, that's my advice for how to stay healthy in the music entertainment industry. And yeah, this is But I'm Not Wasted. My name is Zach Wolf. Check out my music. Zach Wolf Music is my Instagram. Spotify, you can just find me, Zach Wolf, ZACHWOLF. And yeah, peace. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. Please rate, review, subscribe. Like legit, I want to know your feedback. I want to know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, talk about different things, whatever you want. Just send me messages, DM me on Instagram, Zach Wolf Music. Share this everywhere across your social media. That helps us grow. And yeah, stay tuned for next week. Let's go.